So let's talk about hive issues and why it's been a sad 2 weeks here. Um, so we lost one of our hives. They didn't die, they just left. And we didn't know why at first. We knew they swarmed. I wasn't home to capture them as they were swarming, but we ended up seeing them in a tree locally nearby, but then they were gone after that a few days later. Just be expected. The issue was we weren't 100% sure what was going on. In our last inspection, I didn't pay attention too well. And the queen wasn't laying very well. There wasn't a whole lot of brood. Wasn't a whole lot of bees. There was no queen cups or anything like that, which was interesting. But so after they left, I went into the hive and looked, and seeing that she left behind a few worker bees, but not enough to survive. So they were overrun with robbing. I didn't have any robbing screens to prevent it. So needless to say, they took all the honey out of the hive that was there. There was 5 full frames, deep frames of honey, packed and capped. All that's gone. All the brood was gone. What was there and left, there was a few queen cells. And then they killed all the bees. So needless to say, everything was speculation. I haven't tested for mites. That's one of the things I don't want to say I'm against it. I don't feel it's necessary, but I do feel that treatment is necessary. I was doing those homemade strips that we made, and I don't think I did enough. So I think mite pressure might have pushed it. So we went out and we purchased the InstaVap original for right at $500. And the one remaining hive we have, we treated it. And I'll post some photos of that on another video and show you what the mite count was, at least on the drop board. We're not going to test for mites because I know they got them. I believe that's what caused the issue with the other hive. So we're basically down, obviously, to one hive. We've made some adjustments, but learning from this and to teach others is either do your mite treatments and double check. This time of year in fall, they're kind of high, especially here in North Florida. So I should have treated more. I should have done the OA vapor. And so I'm doing 8 milligrams or 8 grams, whatever it is. I think it's 8 grams of OA. I've got a double broad, and we're doing that every 3 days, and I'm going to do it for 5 weeks on the existing hive. So we'll keep an eye on that. There was recommendations anywhere between 4 to 7 days, and then I read that somebody said the best option was 3 days because you really hit them hard. So I'm probably going to reduce down off the 8 grams and go down to 4 grams. I just wanted to hit them pretty heavy, and when I did, the second hive, which looks better, is really active now and moving around pretty heavy. So, and there was a significant amount of mite drop. So, other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll be working on the yard here, prepping, getting grass cut, remove the other hive, and then, like I said, we'll do another video on the OA treatment on how we're doing it. And obviously, if you got any suggestions, put them in the comments. We're open for ideas. And like I said, the reason I think they left was there was definitely mites. She wouldn't have left for no other reason. So unfortunately, the way I look at it is, and I tell people all the time, how much does this cost? Well, it's $2,000 per hive. Sounds extreme, but when you're starting out buying the suits and buying all the equipment, the smoker, the extractor, it breaks down, I think, about $2,000 a hive. Obviously, now that we have all the equipment, it's gonna be a lot cheaper, probably closer to 500 or even 400 a hive, maybe even cheaper than that. So if you're buying it, buying your bees and raising them, giving them sugar water, stuff like that, it definitely does increase it. So keep that in mind if you get started. It's a very expensive hobby, but it's very enjoyable and fun to watch them go about. So anyways, we'll update you when I do the OA treatment tomorrow, and we'll go from there. See ya. Let's take a peek real quick. take a look. What do we got? If anything. Nothing. Nada. Y'all ain't doing shit.